So the first thing we're going to do is celebrate children in all their glory because they are the next digital citizens in the 21st century. They need the magic, they need the best tools, and we have some judges and presenters and awardees tonight who have worked incredibly hard to make magic for children. First, Warren Buck-Leitner from Children's Technology Review, my good friend, MC of the KAPi Awards and the Kids at Play Summit.
Thank you, Robin. Robin, you really do light up a room tonight.
Wait, what about you? Come on, wait, come on, show up. You look like a magic girl. Oh yeah.
This is a fashion show.
I can't wait to see.
We would like to think that you all came here to celebrate pedagogy and children's interactive media, but something in me thinks that the models wearing flashing accessories might have another part for the attendance. But this is a very important part of the evening. It is the celebration of the best in interactive design and leadership. And it's a very important thing for myself personally, as well as 14 other judges that considered 800 toys, apps, and products produced this year. After 3 long debates, we came up with the 8 winners that we're going to celebrate, and some of them are here tonight. So Robin, who were the judges?
So the judges, for those of you that didn't go to school, Mark Schlichting, Noodleworks, Dan Donahue, Chip Donahue, no relation, David Kleeman, Ann McCormick, Frank Migliorelli, Renee Rice, Carly Schuler, Andrea Smith, Rebecca Levy, Scott Traylor, Richard Gottlieb, who's over in Hong Kong Toy Fair now, and how can I describe this? Many hours of conference calls debating the merits of what makes good kids software and hardware, and many really, really like vocal discussions. So many of the people in this room tonight are winners in one way or another.
To protect the integrity of the award, jurors would recuse themselves from products in which they had an interest. We were able to attract some of the leading minds behind interactive media and technology. So here, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present to you the winners for 2014, the KAPi Prize. To get some help, I'm going to ask some of the jurors that are here. 3 of the jurors are here. Would you guys please come up? Andrea Smith, Renee Rice, and Carly Schuler. That's the best you can do. Really? Really? That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So, number 1, innovation. Andrea.
Innovation. Do I announce?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so innovation. The award is to Neos Playworld Systems. With lights, scoreboards, and electronic interaction, these playground systems are a step into the future. Purchased primarily for use in public spaces, these new age playgrounds meld the best of physical and electronic worlds.
For years, digital play has been relegated to couch potato status. Playworld Systems leverages technology to support and enhance outdoor play. The playground experience becomes interactive, mixing cognitive and gross motor skills.
Is Playworld Systems here? Are they playing somewhere?
Andrea.
Number 2, best app for younger children, Storybots by Jib Jab Media. This is an animated series of apps that combines humor and education, and I've played them, they're really fun.
Combined, the judges said, the quality, passion, and innovation behind Storybots is proof that children's content can be equally appealing to grown-ups, a formula applied by storytelling masters throughout the ages. A complete collection of apps, activities, and games, all of the Storybot titles are award-worthy. If Walt Disney were alive today, this is the type of work he'd be doing. And today to accept the award is Greg Spiridellis, one of the founders of the company.
All right. Oh, whoa.
This is the part of the song where the storybots introduce the letter A. Hooray for A. A is amazing. Hooray for A. A's a big part of your day. I am a storybot, and this is the part of the song.
All right, we do have a boom in the house. Andrea?
A boom.
Yes, a boom is
Okay, a
coming.
boom. Best tech leverage toy, Furby Boom by Hasbro. Woo! For showing how app play can augment toy play.
So hang on to your wallets. Furby Boom has made the transition to the digital age. By integrating and leveraging the affordances of each platform, toy and tablet, it's created a top-notch personal play experience. And since it's the 15th anniversary, we know kids and adults love it. So here to accept the award is Dan Judkins from Hasbro.
Everybody say, how does Furby?
What did we say? What? We just consult.
That in Furby, in Furbish, of course it does.
Big category this year was Disney Infinity, and we had a lot of debate about this as judges. Andrea?
Okay. Yeah, lots of debate. So, best video game software is Disney Infinity by Disney Interactive Studios. A new video game combines classic Disney figurines with online adventures that you play and you can create your own. Stories and play experiences star some of your favorite Disney and Pixar characters.
And the judges said everyone wondered.
And this one, those are.
Go ahead.
Everyone wondered if Disney could pull it off when they decided to enter a market that was dominated by powerful forces like Spyro and Minecraft. Disney Infinity is living proof that children can be given the keys to the magical kingdom. By combining high-quality collectibles and a portal in a virtual sandbox, kids are free to invent their own worlds and stories based on their favorite Disney characters.
Best educational technology goes to Hopscotch by Hopscotch Technologies. This is an app that can empower a future programmer. Exciting new option for teaching kids a visual programming language.
So the judges said, finally, a simple drag and drop programming experience running on a tablet. Hopscotch provides a fresh set of training wheels for future coders. Congratulations, Hopscotch.
Congratulations. Is this yours? And here we are, Marion.
Yes. This next award is, if you've ever seen this, you know that when Steve Jobs needed an app to show off the iPad 1, Andrea?
Okay, he called me?
Yes.
Awesome.
That's your transition. Mid-sentence transition. We're so good.
Pioneering team is Touch Press, a series of digital coffee table books including Disney Animated and The Elements. These luscious graphics with clean, smart interface and some really visual ways to make these topics come to life.
And as Warren mentioned, when Steve Jobs needed that stunning app to show off the iPad, he used The Elements, which was the very first app put together by Touch Press. Today, the team at Touch Press has set the standard for beauty and usability for nonfiction apps. Their latest example, Disney Animated, makes Disney filmmaking history come to life in new ways. Touch Press continues to raise the bar, bringing magic to the fingertips of kids of all ages.
To call these coffee table books is really underserved. You can see how they unlock archives from museums and put them at a child's fingertips. That's the internet in real time since 1994. This is a transatlantic pipeline, and so they really do live up to the name Touch Press. Their flight was grounded, or they couldn't get through the East Coast of the United States to accept the prize, but they did record a message for us, and you're the first to see the people behind the Touch Press process. So I'm very pleased to show you this video.
incredible team here, and it's just great to see them acknowledged, all their hard work, their imagination, their creativity. It can be actually really difficult to do this stuff because it's new, and I believe it is helping to change the world in the sense that it's making open and accessible a lot of difficult subjects. And this technology is just a wonderful way to educate people, to entertain people, and to make people more appreciative of the world. And we try really hard to do that. And the recognition that you're giving us tonight is enormously appreciated and enormously welcome, and will inspire us, I hope, to continue to make some great apps this year.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So that's Touch Press. And we're going to just run back really quickly and give this last award here before we do our Pioneer. And that is one of the most incredible apps. I think this was unanimous among the jurors that this app just really raised the bar. I'll let you look at a little bit of this because you can get a sense of the, and I'm so glad the speakers are good, because what a better way to start a fashion show than with this sound.
You made it.
Her heartbeat is racing. That's her heartbeat.
You made it. How about that?
It's her heartbeat.
So please, come on up, Kika. And is Raul here?
Yes, he's here.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Timing is everything.
Okay, this is the best app for older children, The Human Body by Tiny Bob. And as you can see, it's a delightful exploration of human anatomy. Everything from bones and brains to cells and veins and heartbeats of people running. It's an interactive playscape.
Sorry.
Like Warren said, this was totally unanimous. The judges said this is a poster child example of how to bring meaning to something that is abstract, complicated, and invisible. You help the lungs expand, make digestion happen, and experience the nervous system giggling all the way. You guys are awesome. Congratulations, Tiny Bob.
We'll stay out of this.
This is bonsai.
All right. So I think we got everybody. Our last award is very special. Well, Rob, you wanna help me? All right.
Yeah, so this gets a little personal and teary, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It's somebody we've worked with for a long time, but here's what our judges said. David Kleeman has spent a lifetime championing quality for children's media. For 25 years, he's explored, judged, and put the spotlight on only the best for children. He's constantly rethinking what a quality screen-based experience should be. He does this in many ways, including cinema, in contests like the Prix Genoise, who we hate to say that, and as a senior fellow of the Fred Rogers Center for Early Learning and Children's Media, and at the American Center for Children's Media, and now at Play Collective. You can see this is one man with a mission.
You will soon get to meet David personally, and you'll understand that he is tuned in to what counts, and that's children. He is excellent at carving through a very foggy business with provoking conversation. He keeps developers thinking and educators and researchers doing their best work. His voice is heard worldwide as a moral compass, and he's a passionate evangelist for excellence in children's publishing. I'd like to call David Kleeman to the stage.
All right.
Right. You got the memo.
Want to take a picture first?
Right, let's get
Let's
a
get a
picture,
picture.
and then we'll leave
Here, I'm
David.
producing it, sorry. Come on,
Just don't play the violin.
give him the award.
Snuggle up.
Really? How lucky are we? KAPi. Thank you. I'll hold this for you. You go to it.
I know well who's stood here in the past few years before me, and that just deepens the honor for me. Dale Doherty, his work to spark the maker movement calls to mind a wonderful quote from Fred Rogers. No matter what the machine may be, it was people who thought it up and made it, and it's people who make it work. Mark Schlichting, last year, exemplifies for me the idea that if you start from insight, empathy, and creativity, technology will adapt to accommodate your vision. And Ge Wang stood here and serenaded us with a digital musical instrument he had made himself. All these pioneers make wonderful, tangible things that engage, delight, entertain, challenge, and inspire children. I recognized early on that I wasn't cut out to build things, to make things, but that I had both an inclination and an ability to make things better. In some contexts, that would be called being a busybody, but I've always tried to support and extend creators' visions and not usurp them. Engage creators in thoughtful give and take, introduce them to new perspectives or possibilities, and encourage them to keep refining, because in children's media, good enough isn't good enough. I love watching producers perfect tiny details of their program, their game, or their app, things that no child and no parent would ever notice, but they would. My pioneer's journey can be traced actually to a single hour in 1975, a lecture by one of the creators of Sesame Street, Jerry Lesser, when I was a college freshman. I was already kind of unusual. I was a male studying to be a preschool teacher at Harvard. My roommates were all reading political philosophy and studying organic chemistry, and I was watching The Electric Company and reading The Little Engine That Could. I think I won. A pioneer's view changes constantly. In 40 years in children's media, I've never been bored. Woody Allen said that 80% of success is just showing up, but I think I've been really lucky about showing up at the right time. I started out in what you might call oxcart days, when children's media meant TV. There wasn't very much of it, and none of it, almost none of it, was developmentally focused. We traded up to a cattle team with the arrival of multi-channel cable and a horseless carriage with the advent of CD-ROMs. When packaged media gave way to the internet, the rutted pioneer track became the information superhighway, and the horseless carriage that we were on originally now speeds like a Ferrari, but it's got the load capacity of an 18-wheeler. We've gone from 4 channels to YouTube, from the box in the corner to anything, anytime, anywhere, from what we want to tell you to what do you want to know. I can't imagine a more stimulating and challenging era for blazing a trail through the world of children and media. And I've had great companions in doing it. Pioneers' survival depended on surrounding themselves with people with complementary knowledge and skills, but on a journey like that, they'd better be good company too. I've had mentors and protectors every step of the way. I've got the head of programming at PBS moved me from department to department until I'd learned all the facets of broadcasting. 10 years after a short informational interview, a man named Jim Fellows remembered me and entrusted me with a festival and center he'd founded, a job I had for 25 years. And now my Play Collective colleagues are giving me a really powerful base of expertise and insights from which to launch new pioneering explorations. But it's really the people that I met along the way that made the pioneering possible. Most of what I know about children, learning, and media comes from sitting up late at night with the legends and the disruptors who come to Duster Magic and other conferences like this. I'm getting a little too old for the late nights, but you're never too old to listen. Most people know me as a connector. I love to help people with a passion realize their visions, and that often involves linking them to people with complementary information or ideas. I often joke that in an industry that's built on non-disclosure agreements, I've actually built a career building safe places for people to disclose. And children's media is special in that regard. I can't think of another area where people are so generous with their time and expertise. A friend of mine who's been in this business as long as I am, who's been making interactive media since 1977, loves to say she's been on the cutting edge so long it's a wonder she hasn't bled to death. Maybe tonight I can borrow and adapt that using a little something from Oregon Trail, since we're talking about pioneers, and say, I've been pioneering so long it's a wonder I haven't died of dysentery. Fortunately, I don't think I'm anywhere near done, so thank you very much for this tonight, and westward ho.
So there's lessons in there for all of us, and he is a natural teacher, and he just taught me a couple things. So, Robin?